Hey everybody, Chad here, Couch to Competitor, talking about my experience with the Ragnar Trail Tahoe. As you can see and hear, my voice is darn near gone. I got a cough. We call it Ragnar. Just want to talk about the experience, how I felt things went, all this other stuff. And I'm just going to have to say, number one, if you have not truly experienced a Ragnar Trail event, do it. It is phenomenal. First day we get there, setting up camp, getting things going, talking to people as they're going by, getting to know them. It was great. And the next day is race day. So the race day, you get people together, you're organizing your legs, and sure enough, you get started, and it's a non-stop, loop after loop after loop of people running and doing their thing. And the best part about it, you get to come back to a camp. It's not being, you're not in a van, having to go in a van down, you're in a camp, so you can come back, eat some food, crack open a beer. You can go to sleep if you need to and get some rest. I personally stayed up for 40 hours straight, which is a feat in itself. But, it was great. And it was great to be there with good friends, making new friends, talking to a whole bunch of people, getting their experiences in, talking to people who've already done it before. Ultimately, I highly recommend the event itself. I'm currently wearing the shirt. I think it's super soft, awesome, ultimately, it was probably one of the hardest events. I've done tons of obstacle course runs, which is the obstacles that make it hard. This was purely nature. You look up at a hill and you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to go up this hill. And then you look up and you go, that's a mountain. And you got to go trudge right up the mountain. And before you know it, you're on a downhill just running. And then you just realize that, wow, I'm kind of done. But I did the 3 mile, the 5 mile, and the 7 mile leg. I really think in Tahoe, the 5 mile yellow is by far the worst one yet. And when I say the worst one, it was the most challenging and the most demanding trail the whole time. I personally loved the green trail just because it was kind of like a little jaunt through the forest, lots of good scenery. And I really, really loved the red trail. Even though it was the longest trail that was out there, to get on top of that peak and look down and go, oh, that's not how this is supposed to go. Oops, sorry, low power mode. I was supposed to go, oh, but no voice. So to look down and see this nature, I'm like, wow, this is why we're doing this. And plus the camaraderie, going in at the very end with your team and going, yes, we did it, we finally made it. It's been awesome. And plus, dude, it's a spork. Yeah, this is the metal. It is an eating utensil. It is a bottle opener and another opener, and these are for hex tools. I do believe that you could probably use this part right here for probably being a screwdriver or something. But this is a tool. This is something that can actually be used in real life. And on the back of them, you're probably not going to see it too well, but all of the team put together has a message on the back, which is really cool because it's all about the team, the camaraderie, and doing it together. And so I think this is on the top list of my favorite, probably top 5 of my favorite medals that I've received so far. So, in short, Ragnar Trail, if you haven't done one, start tossing it around, get the idea out there, because guess what? They're a lot of fun, but yes, they are challenging. They are demanding. They're definitely not for the faint of heart. They do require you to actually challenge yourself in ways that you've probably never been challenged. Like, even in my most fittest moment, I would feel that I was super challenged. I have not been running as much as I used to, and sure enough, the altitude killed me, and those uphills, man. Luckily for me, I have huge legs, so I just go to granny gear and just go trudging up. But as far as like running, I know I could have done a lot better, but I felt I did pretty good. And I know my team, we made it, and that's all that matters. We started at 11, we ended at 4 p.m. the next day. I stayed up for 40 hours because I was like, I never know when my person's going to get in. I don't want to be asleep and they're going to get in. And I'm like, oh, I missed it. So either way, Ragnar Trail gets a #1 in my book. So I hope you guys try it out. Couch Competitor signing off, saying see ya.